Number 140 asks us to do something a little backwards from what we usually do. It actually asks us to rationalize the numerator, because this is something that when you take calculus, you're going to be doing quite a bit. So when we rationalize something, we're trying to multiply it by something in such a way that I'm going to be left with a 1 in either the numerator or denominator. In this case, we're rationalizing the numerator, so ideally we'd like a 1 in the numerator. So I'm going to multiply by the conjugate, like I briefly mentioned in class. Multiply by the conjugate in the top and bottom. Now when I do this, I need to FOIL in the top and bottom. So first, square root of 9 plus h squared, outer, plus 3 times the square root of 9 plus h, inner, minus 3 square root of 9 plus h, last. Minus 3 times positive 3 is minus 9. H square root of 9 plus h plus 3. And I'm actually going to leave this factored for right now because it turns out we're going to find out that something cancels. So just trust me on this one, we're going to leave the bottom factored and see what happens. We'll look in the top, just like any time we rationalize, these middle terms cancel, as they should. Okay, when I look at what's left over, square root of 9 plus h squared. When you square a square root, you're just left with what's underneath. Can't speak today. So 9 plus h is all that's left, minus 9, all over h square root plus 3. Now look in the top, 9 minus 9 cancels. So I just have an h over h square root of 9 plus h plus 3. The h's can cancel top and bottom because they're being multiplied, and I'm left with just a 1 in each of those. So I get 1 over square root of 9 plus h plus 3. So on this one, we wanted to rationalize the numerator where there's no square root in the numerator. It's okay that we have a square in the denominator here, since that's what our instructions were.